Yo, yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? I know it's a little late night as of right now. On this live, it's about 3:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I just had some things to mind, right, that I want to. Yeah. So the title of this video is "People That Don't Care Don't Speak About It." Common sense, right? If you don't care about something, you don't waste energy nor time to speak about it. Because for people who genuinely do not care about something or someone, they'll see it as an insult to waste their precious time and energy on what they don't care about. And that's something that those who criticize black males who travel overseas need to think about. Because it's funny because a lot of so-called black females in America in particular, right? You see them on social media, making videos about, the so-called passport bros and criticizing them and saying that how they don't give a damn about black males uh, uh, getting passports and traveling overseas. Okay, that's fine. But yet these are the same people who spend their energy making all these nonsensical videos on passport bros, and they'll even go on the different YouTube channels of these individuals and make all sorts of comments underneath their videos. And it's like, okay, I mean, I just find it funny that these individuals are investing their time and energy on a group of people that they claim not to care about. People that don't care about something is not going to speak about it. If you don't care about something, you're not going to speak about that thing or person that you claim not to care about. Once again, that's common sense. You're not going to sit there and waste this quality time that you could be doing something more productive, right? And decide just to invest that on something that you claim not to care about. You know, I just find that stupid. I just find that these same individuals, right, who, especially these so-called black and these males, I'm not just gonna just point at females who fit that description, because there's plenty of males who fit that description also. There's plenty of males who claim to not care about black males who travel overseas, but yet they spend so much time and energy speaking about the same group of people that they claim not to care about. And these same individuals would always talk about I would see these same individuals, antagonize and troll the channels of a lot of these passport bros, and always tell them, always make, or they would make content speak about how, all right, if you go meet these dirty foots overseas, these dirty foot chicks, they'll only use you for a visa to come to America, and they'll use you for money. And it's like, all right. But then again, if you don't care about these males who travel overseas, what is your point in assuming or telling them this fake prediction about how these females overseas are going to treat them? A person that don't care is not going to waste their time trying to tell them how they'll be treated overseas, right? Common sense. People that don't care don't speak about these things. Like, for example, let me give you an example. Like with me, I don't give two shits for the divestment community. That's why you rarely hear me speak about them. And the only time I speak about or may mention the divestment community on social media is the one disagreement that I have with them. The one disagreement I have with them is, or my one issue I have with the divestment community is, they should change their name, because the word divestment do not fit the description of the agenda. Because those that divest, to divest something means that you're removing the resources that you've invested on something, that you invested in something. Like, for example, let's say if I've invested a couple of $1,000s on Microsoft stock and I want to divest from that. What I'll do, I'll remove my $1,000 of investment from Microsoft stock. That's a divestment. That means I remove the resources that I've invested in. And most of these females who claim to divest from Black America have not invested any resources in Black America to divest from. So please just change. They need to change that label and find a new name. That's my only issue with divestment. Outside of that, I don't care what they do. I don't care what they say. You know, I personally wish the best of luck to those in the divestment or swirling community. You know, if they truly believe that they cannot find a quality so-called Black male, and they believe that non-Black males fit the criteria of what they're looking for in order to have a happy life, hey, listen, I wish all the best. I wish you find the best Ashton Kutcher looking, Tom Cruise looking motherfucker to make you happy. Hell, you like it, I love it. I'm not going to sit there and waste my time and try to tell them this and trying to get into this fear mongering tactic to trying to place fear upon them and say, well, if you divest, you might, end up with a Jeffrey Dahmer that might kill you, chop you up, and eat your ass. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wish them the best of luck. I generally wish those in the divestment community the best of luck. Because I don't really care what these females do with their vaginas. I don't. That's why I rarely speak on them. Like I said, anytime when I mention them, I only mention them when I have that one critique about them, which is change the name of your movement. That's it. Right? But then again, if I say I don't care about them, right? If I say, like, I don't really care what they do. That's why you never hear me complain about the type of males that they want to be with. I don't care about that. I will never go to a female that divests from quote unquote Blackistan, or a female who swirls, and tell them about how they will never be able to attract a non-Black male. I will never tell them that, because realistically, I don't know that. I don't know their personal lives. I don't know who they can and cannot attract. And not only do I don't know, I'm not interested in knowing. My thing is, if that's what you want, go get it. This is why, once again, you'll never hear me complain or critique the divestment or swirling community for wanting or desiring to be with a non-Black male. I will never waste my time and do it, because I don't care about who these females are attracted to. Therefore, I don't speak about it, right? Common sense. So likewise, if you have people on social media who claim to not give a goddamn about so-called Black males who decide to, get their passports and travel to other countries and possibly find love or whatever partnership in other countries, if you don't care, then why waste your time and tell these same males how they'll be played supposedly by these females overseas? Like, what's that about? Why waste your time and try to discourage them from going overseas, or try to shame them and make them feel as if they're less than if they travel overseas? See, people that don't care don't speak about it. If you don't care about what these males choose to do, or these males traveling overseas, why waste your time speaking about it? Why waste your time trying to place fear with inside their heart and trying to tell them how they'll end up being kidnapped, or how the males in that country will probably trying to do something to them? Why? Why sit there and use the few examples of people who got stranded overseas, or people that unfortunately got killed overseas, and try to use that to trying to tell the whole passport bro community or the traveling community that this is what will happen to you if you go overseas. And I'm saying that because it seems like that's the message when you have different content creators who speak about, you know, brothers who unfortunately got stranded overseas or got killed overseas. They then speak about it and blow it out of proportion and make it seem as if, well, this is what happens if you are a passport bro. This is what's going to happen to you. And it's like, once again, these are the same people who claim to not care about the passport bros. So if you don't care about the passport bros, why invest energy in creating this exaggeration? It create these exaggerations about them. People that don't care don't speak about it. If you don't care, you shouldn't speak about it, right? Once again, people that don't give a damn, people that don't give a fuck about something is not going to waste their precious energy or invest any time talking about what they don't care about. And it's like, my thing is that when you have people online, right, that will go to these passport bros channel and try to antagonize them and troll them and tell them about how females overseas will play them or would take advantage of them, and that these females overseas only want them for their money, they only want them for their American citizenship and stuff like that. It's funny because these are the same people that would make these stereotypical statements about females overseas, but get offended when someone make a stereotypical, or what seems like a stereotypical, statement about Black American females. It's like if somebody make a statement saying, so-called Black females in America, they have bad attitudes, they all wear weave, they do this and that, blah blah blah, they all have kids out of wedlock. You're gonna find these same dumb motherfuckers that will say, well, not all Black females do that, not all sisters do that. They're coming with that whole not all shit. But yet at the same time, they'll turn around and make this whole generalized statement about females overseas as if, without utilizing the whole not all narrative. So I find that funny. You're quick to say that not all Black females in America fit the description of the type of females that people online talk about, which is true. But at the same time, you don't utilize that same logic when it comes to when people make these stereotypical descriptions about females that live overseas. And at the same time, these same people who make these stereotypical statements about females that live overseas claim to not care about Black American males traveling overseas. So therefore, if you don't care, you should not even waste any energy even talking about making these stereotypical statements about females overseas, because you don't care. People that don't care don't speak about it, right? Once again, going back to this whole concept of wishing bad. It's like, whenever I hear these statements on people overseas talk about, no, excuse me, not people overseas, whenever I hear people on social media criticize, the so-called, passport bros of Black males who travel overseas, and tell them about how the quote unquote dirty foot bitches will take advantage of them and play them. What I really see is people who just wish bad on black males who travel overseas. That's just a way for people to wish bad things on them because you wish that would happen to them. Like you're wishing that these so-called black males from America who travel to other countries will experience something negative and experience something bad. And I'm like, in my personal opinion, if you truly do not care about black males who travel overseas, because I'm saying that because these same people who wish bad things on black males who travel overseas are the same people who claim to not care about them. But if you don't care about them, you're not going to wish any bad things on them. You're just going to feel indifferent about them. The ultimate example of not caring about something is if you're indifferent about it. Because once you're indifferent about it, you don't waste time even making an opinion because you got better things to worry about with your life. Right? And that's what I'm saying. So when you wish bad things on people, it's because you care. You care. You really wish that good thing. You care enough to wish that good things don't happen to them. Right? Because you believe deep down inside that if something good happens to people that you wish bad things on, that it's going to make you feel a certain way. It might make you feel more insecure, or it might find for some way, somehow make you feel inferior. And that's the thing, especially when it comes to a lot of these so-called black American females who wish bad things on black American males who travel overseas. It's like, but at the same time claim to not care about black males that travel overseas. It's like you care enough to wish bad things to happen to them for so they can say, hey, for so they can experience or for so they can have a quote unquote change of heart to say, you know what? I'm going back to these American black females. I'm not going overseas anymore. In my personal opinion, that is the main reason why you see a lot of these females who antagonize these passport bros and go on their channel and talk shit. I believe that's the main reason why they wish these bad things on them. But once again, if you don't care about these people, you're not going to waste time even wishing bad things on them. People who don't care, like I said before, they have an indifference to something. And when you're indifferent, you don't even have an opinion. You just don't care. When you're indifferent about something, that's something that you're indifferent about is so beneath you that you don't even think twice to pay attention about it. You don't think twice to pay attention to it. Sorry, my mistake. And that's the thing. That would be the reality if a lot of you people on social media truly do not care about black American males who travel overseas. You'll be so indifferent to it that having an opinion would make you feel that is having an opinion about it would be beneath you. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have the right to your own opinion. What I'm saying is that if you truly do not care, and this is what a lot of people are saying when they speak about passport bros, that they don't care about them. They don't care that they travel overseas. But my thing is, okay, if you don't care, your actions will reflect that. Now, there's nothing wrong about caring about other people that travel overseas. There's nothing wrong about that. But my thing is, practice what you preach. When you don't care about something, your actions will reflect that. And how do your actions reflect that? By showing an indifference to something. And once again, I'll just explain what is an indifference or what is being indifferent to something. You won't even think twice about it. Like, if you truly don't care about something, you'll laugh at just the thought of wasting your time going online and having an opinion on something that you don't care about. like me, right? In my channel, I speak a lot on the so-called black manosphere, right? I speak a lot about my disgust about what I see in the so-called black manosphere today. And do you know why I speak on that? Because I care for the black manosphere. I care for it. I care so much about the black manosphere that I want to see things improve, you know, and I care for having, I care for black males to have a space where they can express themselves, share information, and put their minds together and communicate to trying to hopefully one day start a movement. I care about that. Therefore, I talk about it. I care for the space. This is a space that I helped create. And I helped created it because I care about black males having somewhere to have and having a place where they can express their opinion without sugarcoating it, without being politically correct, and where they can be raw with no salt, no pepper, no sugar, no nothing like that. I care about the quality of the space. Therefore, when I care so much, therefore, if I see something that's going on in the space that I don't like, I will speak about it like I have because I care for the space. But if I didn't care for the space, guess what I would do? I would not talk about it. I would not talk about the so-called black manosphere if I didn't care about it because I don't speak on things that I don't give a fuck about. You know, I speak about the state of so-called black people in America and throughout the diaspora. Diaspora. You know why? Because I care about so-called black people. You know, I speak a lot on politics because I care about certain things that's going on politically in society, whether it be here in America or throughout the world. I speak on things that I care about. There are certain things that you're not going to hear me speak on because I don't give a fuck about it. And that's every human being. Every human being is that way. We speak on what we care about. If we don't care about something, we're not going to bother. Like, you're never going to hear me speak about the game of golf. You're never going to hear me make a video and speak about the game of golf. Because why? Because I'm not a fan of golf. I'm not a fan of golf, and I don't care about the sport. It's not something that I have an interest in. You get what I'm saying? People speak on what they care about, and people do not speak on what they don't care about. So when you individuals are walking around and having 101 or 100,001 things to say about black males who travel to different parts of the world, you do so because you care about that. You care about how that's going to lead, how black America might result in if these black American males, if more and more of these black American males decide to outsource their commitment, and outsource their partnership, and outsource their love to other countries. You care about how that's going to leave black America in if more and more black males do that. You care about that. So don't front. Don't sit there and put up a front and come out here and say, I don't care, but yet you waste your energy speaking on these motherfuckers. You care. Because if you keep saying that you don't care, but yet you keep speaking about it, you end up making yourself like a fucking hypocrite. You care. Once again, I'm going to say this again. Those of you who claim to not care about black males that travel overseas and or outsource their love interest overseas, but yet continuously speak about them, you truly care about them because you care about how so-called Black America will end up if more and more Black American males outsource their love interest overseas. You care about how 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 it might leave even more Black American females to be single and lonely. You care about that. You care about how there'll be less available stepdaddies in your local housing projects, right? You care about that. You care about how there'll be less Black males that'll be used as cannon fodder for Black American females. You care about that. You care about that. Come on now. You care about that shit. So don't sit there and go on social media and act like you don't give a fuck about these Black males going overseas. You do care about that. That's why you talk about it so damn much. That's why you care so much that you will make up 101 or 100 or 100,000,001 um scare tactics to try to discourage Black males from finding a love interest elsewhere. You care. Stop fronting, stop lying. You care. You care. So don't come out in front. See, I don't like when people put up a fucking front. They do care a lot. They do care a lot. So don't put up a front. And you know what? And there's nothing wrong with caring. That's my thing. There's nothing wrong with caring. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't find anything wrong with caring about these things, right? But don't front. That's my thing. That's my thing. I don't like when people come online and put up a fucking front when you could see right through these motherfuckers. Don't front. Because people that don't care don't speak about it. People who don't care about something don't speak about the things that they claim not to care about. People who do not care about something will not waste energy or time speaking about the things that they claim not to care about because it'll be a waste of your time. So just admit it. You do care. You do care. You know? You care so much. You care about the fact that Black males are utilizing their agency to outsource their love interest so much that you created a label to try to assassinate the character of females that live overseas by calling them quote unquote dirty foot. People that don't care is not going to waste their time making up these labels. People that don't care are not going to waste their time making up these labels. People that don't care look at these people. Okay, people who don't care about that type of thing will look at that as something that is beneath them and feel as though they have more important things to worry about. So don't front. You do care. Yo, y'all gotta stop fronting, man. You know, you gotta stop fronting, man. You know, you do care about the thought of a group of females that is outside of Black America who are able to make Black American males happy. You care about that. You care about the fact that someone else may probably be better than you at making your quote unquote man happy. You care about that. You care about that. Because if you didn't care, you wouldn't speak about it. People speak on what they care about. You know? So stop fronting. That's all I'm saying. Stop fronting. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Stop putting up a front and pretend as if you don't care about these things when you're spending so much time talking about these things. People that don't care don't speak about it. But I'm out of here, man. That's all I have to say. You guys have a great night, morning, evening, day. Whatever time it is that you're watching this. Uh, you know, whether you're watching it live or on a playback, which depending on which part of the world that you live in. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, or have a good night. Peace out. I'm out. Peace.